What if the most polluting fossil fuel on Earth could suddenly become its cleanest? What if the same natural gas that built modern civilization could be burned and yet emit almost nothing? That's not a theoretical question. That's the claim behind Net Power, ticker symbol NPWR, a company that's either a future cornerstone of the energy transition or a case study in the limits of technological ambition. As of late 2025, its share price sits at roughly $3.40, a number deceptively small for a firm whose ambitions could rewrite the physics, the politics, and the profitability of power itself. For those watching this on Shorts, you can find the uninterrupted full version through the link below. Tap it now to continue seamlessly. And remember, the detailed trading strategy, including specific technical levels and timeframes, is included in the video, so stay until the end. The company's story begins in 2010 in Durham, North Carolina. In that year, a small engineering team under Eight Rivers Capital proposed an audacious idea that defied a century of thermodynamics, a power cycle that uses carbon dioxide, not water, as its working fluid. To understand the gravity of this shift, it helps to recall what normal looks like. Traditional combined cycle gas plants burn natural gas in air using the hot exhaust to boil water into steam, which spins a turbine. This setup is reliable and efficient, but it inevitably vents large volumes of CO2 and nitrogen oxides into the atmosphere. For over 100 years, engineers tried to bolt carbon capture systems onto these plants after the fact, a process that's complex, expensive, and energy intensive. Net Power's founders inverted that paradigm. Instead of capturing carbon after combustion, they designed a cycle that captures it as part of combustion itself. The result was the Alam-Fetvet cycle, a closed-loop process where pure oxygen replaces air and supercritical CO2, carbon dioxide compressed into a state where gas and liquid merge, circulates as the primary working fluid. The outcome? A power plant that could, in theory, generate electricity with near zero emissions. Normally, an idea this radical would linger in academic journals for decades before touching metal. In the power industry, scaling a new cycle typically takes 30 years of incremental validation. But in 2016, Net Power broke convention and started building a 50-megawatt demonstration plant in La Porte, Texas. To appreciate how extraordinary that is, note that most energy startups begin with pilot projects of less than 1 megawatt. Laboratory setups that never connect to a grid. Net Power skipped that step entirely. By investing hundreds of millions into a grid-capable demonstration, it signaled unprecedented confidence in both its thermodynamics and its investors' patience. 2 years later, in May 2018,